John, first of all, squad-wise, how are we looking for the weekend?
Yeah, we've got a couple of niggling injuries from Tuesday in Pick and Danny, so we'll have to monitor that. You know, they didn't train today, so we'll just have to see how they are tomorrow.
Is Harry the one you mentioned after the game? Is he the one that might be the biggest concern at this stage?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, unfortunately we had to play him again on Tuesday. We could have done with rested him, and it's always the way that something ends up happening to them kind of players. So, you know, Pick's been great since he's started this season, all through pre-season. You know, he's really set the tone and his standards have been very high, and I'd love to have given him a rest on Tuesday, but we couldn't. And I'm hoping that he'll be available for Saturday, but it's going to be very much touch and go.
It's been a pretty consistent side in the league so far this season. How important has that been, and how big a part in the start that we've had, do you feel?
I think you can see, you know, that everyone knows their jobs and they do their jobs. They can build in a certain way and also defend in a certain way. And what's great is that the subs that have come on, you know, also know the structure of the team and they continue the flow. And I think that's been very evident in the league games up to now. To play two of the promoted teams with the momentum they've got and the teams they've already beaten this season shows how well we've done against them two teams. To go away to Norwich as well, which is never an easy place to go, and get a point was very pleasing. So yeah, it's been a real positive start and one we want to continue.
You've touched on the fact that it's been a squad effort. We are, 36 hours away from the transfer window closing. How much movement are you expecting there to be between now and 11 p.m. on Friday?
Yeah, I'm hoping, you know, we can get 3 or 4 more players in. It's important that we keep building a fantastic group that we've got already and bring competition for places, and I know the club are working very hard to try and do that.
Just give us an idea, what's it like from your point of view getting to this stage of the window and wanting to still bring players in? What's it like the last couple of days?
Yeah, you get a little bit anxious, a bit nervous. You know, you're wanting players to come in to help the group that we've got, you know, and you know, it's about bringing the right characters in as well, and I'm hoping we can do that.
Is that the important thing, that even if it is at this stage, you hope it's worth the wait in terms of getting that right people in for the long term?
Yeah, definitely, and whoever we bring in, you know, they've got to be the right characters to help the group, and that's the most important thing than anything else. You know, a team that with maybe a lower budget and a smaller squad, it's important that every one of them players know their jobs and they're happy to come into training every day. If they're not playing, you know, they're not going to be a problem because they know they're going to be very, very important somewhere down the line. So it's about getting the right balance, and I think up to now we've done that, and it's important we continue it.
There's lots of speculation, lots of names in the press. It's Thursday lunchtime now. How close are we to adding to the squad?
I think we're close, but you know, until I hear anything different, I can't say anything else. So I know the club are working very hard to bring in some good players, so we'll just have to wait and see.
You mentioned bringing bodies in. Is there likely to be movement the other way between now and the close of the window as well?
Yeah, there might be a couple of the younger lads that go out. You know, it's important that they go out and continue their development, you know, we pick the right teams for them to go to and get the game time. So yeah, possibly there might be, yeah.
I think Jay Batty is one of those who's going to join Accrington. Is he at the right age now to go and really experience first team football, and how much do you think it might benefit him?
I think it'll be hugely beneficial for him. You know, I think he's done okay over pre-season. You know, he's trained with us for the last 7 or 8 weeks, and now it's important he goes and plays in the first team environment, gets away from the 23s environment, and just comes back a man. You know, he's got to understand the levels that are required to play in the first team, and you know, going away to Accrington now will be a really good environment for him to go to, and hopefully he comes back at the end of the season ready to push for a first team place next year.
Just how big a step is that from the 21s to first team football, John, in the modern game now?
Yeah, it's a huge step. You know, it's a huge step, and you're playing in the first team environment where results matter, where everything, you know, it's life and death, that you have to win the games and you have to perform to a very good standard. So, you know, it's good for all them young boys to go out and really experience them experiences. And you know, Jake's gone, which will hopefully, as I say, come back and he'll be ready for next year.
We've got a lot out of the younger lads on loan this season. How much of a benefit do you think that'll be for the club? And then in a 12 months' time, do you think you will see a very different young group when they return? I
think that's the plan. Yeah, that's certainly the plan. You know, we want to develop our own players, of course we do. And if they're good enough to be in the first team, they'll play. If they're not just right at the level now, it's important they go out and gain that first team experience, which, you know, 3 or 4 of them are doing now. So yeah, when they come back next season, we can reassess and see where they are, and hopefully they'll be ready to really fight for a spot.
The final game before the international break, John, is a trip to Burnley. How big a game? How exciting a game for us to look forward to?
Yeah, it's a huge game. You know, the two of the biggest games of the season, home and away against Burnley, and you know the lads are really looking forward to the challenge. You know, I know the staff and the players will be ready. So you know, we know it's going to be a difficult game. They've got a fantastic squad of players there, lots of Premier League experience. But you know, one that we're really looking forward to, and we can't wait for the challenge.
We didn't play them last season, but how soon after you walked through the door did someone say to you, right, these are our local rivals, this is what the game means to everybody?
Yeah, straight away. Listen, I know how much the game means to the town and the fans, and you know, we'll be going there full of confidence and one that, and as I say, it's a game that we're really looking forward to, and you know, hopefully you can do the town proud.
I'm sure you've had plenty of derbies throughout your career. What makes games like these so special?
I think they're one-off games. Obviously, the atmosphere is electric. It's important that the team that keeps their composure the best, you know, and don't get carried away with the occasion. You know, we've got a game plan which we'll put out when we're there, and hopefully the lads can keep their, as I say, the composure and stick to that game plan. But also enjoy the spectacle as well. It's important that we go there and really showcase ourselves and enjoy what we can do with and without the ball. And as I say, if we can make the fans proud of the performance, that's all I ask for. The main outcome is to get the 3 points, of course it is, and that's the same in every game. But for this one, you know, as the environment, the pressure of going home and away, playing against your local rivals is all there for everyone to see, and it's just that those who keep the composure the best, you know, and you know, the lads will be going there full of confidence, as I spoke about, and you know, looking forward to the challenge.
The fact that it is different, there is a different feel to a game like this. Does the approach towards this match differ from any other?
No, the approach is the same. It's exactly the same. You know, the lads understand the importance of the game, like every other game. But you know, it's on the day now when we're there, that approach might be different. You know, with the atmosphere and going into that arena and being ready at 3 o'clock, the approach of the players might be slightly different because their mentality's got to change a little bit. You know, it's a game that the lads aren't used to week in, week out. It's a special game and one that the fans can't wait for, the players can't wait for. So, you know, it's about keeping the composure and going there and expressing themselves, but also understanding the importance of doing their jobs and making sure they don't get carried away with the game.
We've got a few players who won't have had a taste of this derby in particular before. How does the group sort of prepare them for what they will face on Saturday? Yeah,
we've got a fantastic group of players, and there's a lot of the players who have played in these kind of games before, so they've helped out the players who aren't used to it. But I don't think anyone will need any telling on how to handle this game. You know, the boys will be ready, even if they haven't experienced this before. So, you know, we've got no problems.
We make a Burnley this campaign. You said that we've already faced a couple of sides who came up. They've obviously come down. How different a challenge do they present?
I think you look at the squad. The squad's a very, very good squad. An excellent Premier League squad. Lots of pace and power. We've just brought a couple of players for big money. So you know, whoever plays is going to be very good. But you know, it's more important that we just look after ourselves. We know it's going to be a difficult game, but one that we will be prepared for, and we can't wait for.
What would it mean to you and generally to the club if we could go and get a result at Turf Moor, and a really positive one? Because it's been a while that we've been able to have the bragging rights in this fixture.
It's certainly not about me. It's about the group. It's about the club and the players. And I know the players would love to go there and get a result. But the most important thing is that we also go there and really stamp our own authority on the game and play our own football. And as I say, if we can make the fans proud of us, that's all I ask for.